Hello YouTube and welcome to another one of my Duel Links videos. So today I have for you a very, what am I going to call this? A meme deck, I guess. We're going to be using UFOroid Fighter, which is a fusion monster that requires UFOroid and any warrior type monster, and the only effect that this card has is that the attack and defense of this card become equal to the combined original attack of the two fusion materials you use for the fusion summon of this card. So it's very bulky, but it's also very vulnerable in, to things like Super Rush and basically anything, any kind of effect can destroy it. So the way I made this deck, at first I thought about using obviously big warriors and UFOroid along with things like branch, back row and stuff like that. That wasn't working out, so I just went full OTK mode, all or nothing kind of deck. Because it's just a meme, it's not something that's going to be obviously very viable. And this is the build that I came up with. As you can see, I'm using dual standby, 5 spells, all monsters, and basically what you're trying to do is you're just trying to win the duel in 1 or 2 turns. Going through the list real quick, we have 3 UFOroids, which is the main monster that you need in order to fusion summon your UFOroid fighter. It's a 6-star machine. The effect doesn't come up because this card has to be destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, and then you can special summon a machine type monster with 300 or less attack from the deck in attack position. So you can summon itself, but like I said, it doesn't really come up. The way we're trying to OTK is just by getting UFO fighter as beefy as possible. My usual go-to is UFOroid and Sacred Soldier to make a 4200 attack and defense monster, which is more than enough to one-shot the opponent. We're also running 2 King of the Swamp to search those 3 polymerizations. That way it's like we're running 5 polymerization in the deck, and we dual standby. We do see it quite often. 2 Buster Blader because he's another warrior that you can use with UFOroid. And also because I wanted some secondary fusions, so I have 1 of each of the Buster Blader fusions. We have Dark Paladin, which you would need a King of the Swamp and a Buster Blader, and the Dragon Destroyer Swordsman. You're gonna use your Buster Blader or a King of the Swamp with Mirage Dragon. Now Mirage Dragon is really good because obviously it's gonna stop all the trap cards in the back row, while the Draining Shield, things of that matter. So it's gonna enable that OTK as well. I'm running 3 DD Warrior. The reason why I'm running DD Warrior is because one of them is a warrior, and I wanted to have something in case I was going first. Obviously with this deck you want to go second so that you are able to OTK the opponent. But if I was going to go first, I wouldn't mind starting the game with a DD Warrior in defense mode. It's going to clear up the field if my opponent attacks into it. It's going to take care of things like Gladiator Beast. Obviously if they attack into this, they're going to get banished, so my opponent's not going to get to recycle a Gladiator Beast. And it's really good. It's also safe to use when attacking face downs, if you're just trying to clear the field, because it doesn't matter what type of defense the monster has, it's still going to get banished, and it's going to let your big fusion, UFO fighter, just attack directly for game. And that's it. The secondary combo is diffusion, which this enables a lot of the OTKs. Obviously there's still cards like enemy controller and stuff like that that you just can't play around, but if you defusion your 4200 attack UFOroid fighter, you're gonna get 2 monsters that's gonna add up to 4200 attack. So you basically have 2 big waves of attack coming at your opponent, and it's just it's really good. I really like this card. I don't think I have a 3rd one, and I don't know if I would make space for it to run a 3rd one. At 2 I was seeing it just enough, and it was coming in pretty clutch. I'm also running a couple other fusions, Panzer Dragon, because I do have machine and dragon type monsters. Just in case I break really bad, I can go into this fusion and just kind of wait it out a little bit, sit on the defense mode, and if it gets destroyed, I'm gonna get to destroy a card. And that's it for the fusion, that's it for the deck, not much to explain really. let's just go ahead and get into some replays. You know, normally you go, normally last gamble is my go-to OTK skill, but dual standby, it's gonna let you see the cards you need, and it's just really good overall. If you're going first, you can, you know, just set up a turn 1 Dark Paladin and sit on that. But if you're going second, then you know you can get super aggressive. Here we're going up against Ancient Gear Beast. We're going second, which is great, and we do have our turn 1 fusion. As you can see, we basically drew into 2 polymerizations. I go into my UFOroid fighter, 3800 attack, 3800 defense, and then I have my DD Warrior. I kept the diffusion in hand so that I could activate it during the battle step, and there it goes. Nice and easy OTK, nothing to it. Obviously, right there we had no back row to deal with, but we would have still been able to pretty much win over something like enemy controller. Let's go ahead and show you another replay. I actually got quite a few wins with this deck, even though, you know, it's, like I said, it's a meme deck. Just because, you know, I was completely blindsiding my opponents by turn 2. With the rise of wall disruption and, you know, draining shield and stuff like that in popularity, obviously Mirage Dragon, it's a great help.
Duel.
Here I don't draw into UFO fighter, but I'm going first, so we can do what I said. We can just set or DD Warrior. He's trying to go into Horus level 8. Unfortunately for him, he's gonna lose his Horus level 6. I go Mirage Dragon. He's got the enemy controller, which is totally fine. No reason to rush. Here I actually I made a mistake on the deck list in this game in particular, and I had 2 Dark Paladin instead of my Destroyer Fusion, which would have came super clutch against Horus, obviously because it's a dragon. But I'm still, because he used level modulation and gave me those 2 cards, I'm still able to get my 4200 you know, Warrior Fusion. It's got the enemy controller, and here I messed up and I actually didn't win over this while working on the deck list. The other reason why I chose DD Warrior is so that if I were to summon Sacred Soldier using diffusion, and you know my DD Warrior was banished, I could banish a card that my opponent controlled. Right there, the misplay was that I chain my diffusion, and as you know, Blackluster Soldier will miss timing if it's summoned in the middle of a chain. So I should have waited for the enemy controller to resolve, activated my diffusion, and then I could have banished the Horus. Luckily for me, I still had enough damage on board, so I'm able to OTK regardless. But that's another reason behind going with DD Warrior. But you can use something like Exploder Dragon, Yomi Ship, anything that's gonna help you clear the field if you're going second. There we go. You get that beefy UFOroid fighter, and then we got Mirage Dragon. He's got the enemy controller, which is fine. I still have a 4200 defense monster, so you know he's got blue eyes. That's not gonna do anything to me. I'm only worried about econ take, obviously. Sets 3 in the back row. There's the mirror wall. I'm gonna attack 800, 2100, and then I got diffusion. So once I defuse both of my monsters, I have another 2100 damage on board after the mirror wall, obviously. Just plenty of damage to win me the game. Super quick replays because, like I said, it's an OTK deck. You're gonna win early on, or you know you're gonna draw bad and you're gonna lose. But like I said, with the 3 polymerization, the 2 King of the Swamp, and the 3 DD Warrior, I had enough. You know, I had enough, a good enough balance. If I didn't draw my poly turn 1, I was gonna get, I'm bound to have some sort of defensive card in this shape of DD Warrior, and until I can get to my polymerization. But you know, normally you want to see it turn 1, turn 2, like right here. Go ahead and summon that beefy UFOroid fighter. Get my DD warrior. He windstorms, which is fine. I still have a DD warrior that, you know, it's gonna take care of one of those face downs, and I have a 4200 attack monster. And then I top deck Mirage Dragon, so even if that trap card was something like Wall Disruption, now he can't activate it. Nice and easy win. I honestly really like this deck. It's perfect for something like racking up your wins on, you know, if you're trying to get the SR tickets, because the games are gonna go by so quickly that, you know, you can get, I don't know, you can get 10 wins in maybe 20 minutes, which seems pretty fair, you know. A lot of the control decks, the decks that are gonna give you the most consistent wins, are also gonna take a long time every duel. So something like this is definitely nice for that.
Duel.
Like right here, I don't have polymerization, but I have my King of the Swamp, so I can just search it. And I actually go for my Destroyer Fusion because I'm still trying to OTK, and obviously this Buster Blader can do piercing damage. Then I summon my Mirage Dragon. I see the enemy controller. He actually econ takes, which is kind of cool because it's gonna switch my Mirage Dragon into defense mode. Unfortunately, we see him destroyed. He doesn't summon another Hydra. What's the name of this card? Hydrogeddon, which was kind of odd. But I have my Diffusion. So now, even if that was a trap card, because my Mirage Dragon is back on the field, he couldn't activate it. Very, very fun. And no one expects that second wave that you get from Diffusion, and I think that's a lot of why this deck worked. But like I said, during the stream, you know, some people wanted to see this card in action. I went ahead and made this deck. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's really fun to use. You know, not super viable like I said, but very, very fun nonetheless. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, like, comment, and subscribe if you want. Join my Discord if you haven't. The link will be down in the description. And till next time.